Good morning, MolyFitters. Right, one observation I've made this week training my clients is that there's a lot of tension and stiffness going in the shoulders and the ribs. And as you know, I love a bit of marching on the spot. And when I've been asking them to march on the spot, I've noticed that a lot of people have lost the ability to swing the arms. So what I thought I'd do is we'll start with this today and we'll just have a look and see. Because one thing about the body, you can't take it for granted that it's going to behave itself and do what you expect. Quite often, you have to take matters into your own hands and you have to make sure that the body is working in the way you desire. So we're just going to stand tall, remember the Moly checklist, feet hip distance apart, soft knees, activate your core, so just pull in that zip from the groin to the belly button. Make sure your spine is neutral, and what I mean by that is you shouldn't feel anything in your lower back. It shouldn't feel arched, it shouldn't feel flat. You should feel the pressure here. We're going to open the chest, head up, and I want you just to swing the arms off the shoulders. Now, if everything's working okay, this would be a nice, relaxed action. Now, you might find, because of stiffness and tension, this is going on, or you might find you can't even swing them at all. And this is just because we've been living with a much higher degree of tension. Our levels are much higher, and so the muscles in between the ribs, the shoulders, the neck, the back, everything stiffens up. So before we begin, let's just swing the arms. Nice deep breaths. And let's just do this for 10 seconds. Keep the arms straight and your hands like you're cutting in through the air, and try and get them as far back as they go forwards. And if you notice what's happening here, as I start swinging my arms more, my hips are swinging from side to side. And that's what we want, because when we're walking, we want to swing the arms, because swinging the arms promotes hip swing. So if your hips are swinging side to side, it just makes walking a little bit more energy efficient. So 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now let's loosen the shoulders off. So what we're going to do today, we're going to do a bit of everything. We're going to strengthen, loosen, and stretch. And we're going to do 5 more. 5, keep the arms straight, up and roll back. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now remember that Moly checklist. Is your core still on? Is your spine neutral? Your knees still soft? Shoulder stretch, arm across the body, just off the elbow, give it a pull. And let's hold that. Nice big deep breaths, get that oxygen in through your body and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely, let's swap sides, arm across the body and just gently pull and hold it there. Let's hold this stretch like all the others for about 15 seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to finish off with a chest stretch. Now, 2 ways you can do this. Remember, everyone's different, and one stretch that works for one person might not work for the other. So we're going to go through both, see which one suits you. The first one, make a fist in the middle of the back, like so. Stick out the chest and then pull the elbows together. So you're trying to get your elbows to disappear behind your body. And you should feel that one there. Now, if that's not beneficial, try this one. Clasp your hands behind your back, straighten your arms down to the floor, stick your chest out and pull away and hold it there. And again, this should feel here. So whichever one feels better for you, let's do that. I prefer this one myself. And let's hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great, so let's start. Let's go back what we learnt over the last 3 weeks, and we'll start with the feet. We'll work up the body, and at the end of it, we're adding a bit of movement. So sit yourself down. And let's start with ankle rotations. So when you're sitting down, try not to slouch, try not to be round-shouldered. Sit yourself up straight, and you know if you're in the right position because you'll feel your core working. If you're using it, you'll feel it. You don't want it to feel a big, strong action. It wants to be nice and light. So you just want to be aware that something's activated but not pulling. So we're going to start with loosening off the ankles. And if you remember last week, we were talking about, is your knee pain actually down to tight calf muscles? So let's deal with this. Leg out straight, and we're just going to plantar flex and dorsiflex, in English, point and push the toe. And let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then rotate one way. And you're looking for a nice smooth action. Hesitation shows that there's weakness in there or tension, and go the other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to start with a nice light calf stretch. You'll put your heel on the floor, try and straighten the leg as much as you can, and now point that toe right towards your face, and you should feel a big stretch in the calf muscle. So let's point it as much as we can, and let's hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's great. So what we've done there is we've loosened the ankle and we stretched the calf. Let's do that on the other side now. So remember, sit yourself up straight, try not to slouch. Put your leg out. And then we're just going to plantar flex, dorsiflex. 1, 2, 3. Now if your calves are really tight, you'll feel this already. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now rotate to loosen off the ankle. You're looking for a nice smooth action and full range. Get that foot round as much as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's swap and go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good. 6. Nice and easy. 7, 8, 9, 10. Now let's stretch it off. So put your heel on the floor. Try and straighten the leg. Remember what we said last week? We want that midline. So we want everything lined up. So your kneecap's not over there or over there. It's facing the ceiling. And you can draw that line down your thigh. Now point the toe as far towards you as you can. Feel that big pull in the back of the calf. So you're stretching it. Let's hold that for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. So now let's get to strengthening the thighs. So sit yourself up nice and straight. And we're just going to do some gentle loosening off exercises on the thighs. So you just want to put your hand under your thigh and just gently support it. Elevate it slightly, not too much. You don't want to put a strain on your chest and shoulders and neck. We're just raising it off the floor. If you're a bit shorter, you'll find this easier. The taller you are, the more you need to elevate. And we're just going to just gently lift up and down. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to hold on 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hold it there, straighten. Now try and tense your thigh muscle. So really feel those, put your hand on your thigh and feel those thigh muscles tightening. Let's hold that for 10, 9, dorsiflex the toe, so you lock the calf. 5, 4, oh I'm shaking there a bit, holding too hard. 3, 2, 1, so you can see I'm shaking. Now, there's 2 reasons for shaking. That's either because you're tensing too hard, but in my case it's because my hamstrings are really tight, because unfortunately I've started using a personal trainer in the gym who seems to get a lot of pleasure from annihilating my muscles. So I'm a little bit stiff at the moment. So don't worry too much if you shake. If you're just shaking a bit, that's fine as there's not pain. Right, so let's go to the other side. Lift your leg up and go 1, 2, nice and light. 3, we're just gently working the muscle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and hold on. 10, put your hand on your thigh. Feel the muscles tightening. Dorsiflex your toe and hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Good. And we're just going to carry on with strengthening the thigh muscles. So sit yourself up nice and straight. make sure you're not putting too much body weight into your lower back, okay? We don't want this exercise going in the back. You want to feel the exercise in the muscle you're using and also your core muscles, and that's it. So we're just gonna lift up and hold. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. Good. Now sit yourself up straight. Let's loosen off the hips, and we're just going to march on the spot. So make sure your knees are like pistons in an engine. Up, down, nice and easy. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. So now we're going to move away from the legs and go into upper body. And we need our T-towel. So if you haven't got a T-towel, I'll give you a moment to go and get one. And what we're going to do with this exercise is we're going to strengthen the big muscles in the upper back. And also by strengthening those, we're loosening off the chest a bit. And it's so important to keep the chest loose because that stops the shoulders coming round and then the weight of the arms hanging off the neck, putting pressure in your neck. Gemma has a question.
I'm not sure who it's from, but it says I can hear my shoulders crunching. Is that normal or not?
So, someone can hear their shoulders crunching. Yes, it's perfectly normal. If you can hear, when you say crunching, and take it from here, you can hear like cracking and grinding as you're working. That's just where the muscles are tight, and as you're using them, they're just crunching. All it means is there's tension in there. If you can hear the crunching and there's pain, then that's not normal and that's something you need to address. But just a bit of crunching is perfectly fine. The best way to stop the crunching is loosen them off and make sure you try and maintain good posture. If your body's sitting in the correct anatomical position, then it's a lot better. Everything's more relaxed and that should take away the tension. And then the other way is just big movement, especially straight arms back, and that gets those muscles nice and loose. And the other thing you can do, I think we spoke about this in week 1, is get one of those microwavable bean bags or a hot water bottle and apply some heat, and the heat just eases off the muscles and makes them softer and more pliable. Right, so take your tea towel, fold it in half and half again, and we're going to hold it like a bar. Stick your chest out, put your core on, and let's row. Now this is where you'll feel crunching if you've got knots. As you come back, your elbows are going to go all the way back here, and you should feel your shoulder blades pulling together and these muscles working. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Good. Right, have a little rest. Remember the feet. I forgot to mention the feet. When you're doing this, make sure the heels are underneath the knees. Feet stay hip distance apart, because if your heels are back here, that shortens your hamstrings, tips your pelvis and puts pressure in the lower back. So we want to avoid pressure in the lower back at all times. So feet in a neutral position, chest out. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep the eyes up, 5, chest open, 6, core on, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. And if you're doing this properly, you should be feeling a burn here because we're all a bit tired and knackered up here at the moment. Right, one more set. Big breaths as we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. So now let's stretch the neck nice and gently with this one. Neutral position, hands on your lap, and just turn your head so you're looking over your shoulder and feel the pull. And gently hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently back to center. Let's go the other way. Over you go. And don't worry if you can't get all the way. It just goes to show, again, without realizing, there's tension in your body, and you just make it better by light stretching. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I always say and tell my clients, you never know how serious a problem is until it's too late. You just don't know what's brewing and building up in the body until it gets to the point where it's so tight and you get the neck ache or the knee pain or whatever. So we're going to do a little bit of strengthening for the thighs. We're going to do some stand-up sit-downs. Now when we do this, you want to make sure that the chair doesn't move backwards. So the easiest thing to do here is place it against the wall. We don't want that chair disappearing, and when you sit down it's not there. So make sure you're safe. Think about your feet. Core on. Now, when we're exercising and trying to do the stand up and sit downs, what you want to do is try not to lean forward and put pressure in your back. You want to imagine there's a sheet of glass in front of you, so you don't want to come forward and smash the glass. And you use your thighs, your bottom and your core, and you stand up, and then you sit down the same way, pushing your bum right down the same way. When you stand up, you don't want your knees going over your toes because that puts body weight, unnecessary body weight into the knees. So try and get used to feeling your body, feel what's happening, feel the knees, bottom and core working, the thighs rather. So that's that way. Now, the other way to get up, so if you have difficulty getting up, and I do this a lot with my clients with Parkinson's and other conditions, is when you get up, you need to sit to the edge of the chair and you need to put your heels back as far as you can so your feet stay on the floor but your heels don't raise. And then you lean forward so your nose goes over your knees, you push up and you stand like that. So that's how you get up from a seating position if you have difficulty in limited mobility. What we're trying to do, we're trying to strengthen the muscles used for getting up to make them stronger, so it's easier for you to get up, which is why we're doing it this way. So feet hip distance apart, I forgot what they're called, heels under the knees. Activate your core, taking a big deep breath, stand up and feel the thighs and the bum working. Let's do 10 of those. Ready? Big breaths all the way through. 1. As you come down, stick that bum out. 2. Now as you notice, as I sit down, I'm putting my arms in front. 3. And there's a reason for that. By doing that, you naturally activate the core muscles. 4. I think that's 4. I cannot count and talk at the same time, so forgive me if we're wrong. 5. 6. Big breaths, keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. 7. 8. 9. 1 more. And 10. Sit down and rest. Good. So we're going to give us 20 seconds recovery, and we're going to do that again. So the object here is when you sit down, bum back. When you stand up, feel your thighs and your bum working. Right, let's have 10 seconds of breathing. Nice deep breaths, in through the nose and out through the mouth. If your heart's banging, if you found that hard work, then just take a bit longer. Nice deep breaths. And we want you to go again when your heart rate's gone back to a sort of restful level. We don't want to put too much strain on the heart with this. You know, at the end of the day, to stand up properly, it's a big effort to lift all your body weight. I mean, watch anyone that stands up. First thing that happens is they put their hands on the thighs, lean forwards and then push up. And what you're doing here is you're putting all your body weight in your knees, and then you stand up like that and use your back. Doing it properly, you're using your thighs, bottom and core muscles to lift all your body weight. So it is hard work. Right, let's do the 10 more. Big breath in and stand as you breathe out. 1 and sit. 2, nice and gently, control. 3, let's make it hard work, control the descent. 4, keep an eye on those knees, make sure they're not doing that, or coming in. That's another bad habit. When you stand up, your body would do that, and then you're only using, you know, half of the muscles, desired muscles. So try and keep the knees in line with the toes. Got no idea how many that is, so I'm going to go with 3 more. 3, 2, last time, and 1. Good, so let's stay up there, and now let's do a little bit of a cardio element into our workout. Get that blood pumping around your body. I'll get rid of my chair. So first of all, stand tall, feet hip distance apart. Soft knees. Activate your core with a neutral spine, open your chest, okay? And we're going to start with our hands by the side, and we're going to roll round. 1, 2, up and back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Get your guard up, and we're just going to punch. Now, look at your knuckles, and as you punch, stare over your knuckles. Straighten that arm so you can stare down your arm, so you can look over your knuckles, and when you bring the hand back in, twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and again, quicker. 1, 2, keep that core on. 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now into a march. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Swing those arms. What we want here is try and keep your arms 90 degrees so you're swinging off the shoulder. And by swinging off the shoulder, you're loosening all this tight area. Good. 10 more. 9, 8. Keep those feet hip distance apart. Another thing to take in mind, which I'm nagging my clients about all the time, is think about your gait. How wide are your feet? If you're standing hip distance apart, you're much more stable on your feet. If you stand like this, you're just making it easier to fall. Right, we're going to kick the heels forwards like so, tapping the heels onto the floor and adding bicep curls. Keep those elbows in, core muscles on. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Right, let's work on coordination. Alternate those arms. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Balance and coordination into a box step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Right, don't give the brain a chance. Straight in, swap sides. Right, left, right, left. Good. Right, left, right, left. And again, swap sides, straight in. 8, 7, big deep breaths. 6, keep those arms swinging. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change lead foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Swing those arms. Keep the core on. 2 more. 1. Good. Right. Kick back, reach forward. Put your hands on your hips. Tap your toe back behind you, trying to straighten the feet. If you feel a bit unsteady on your feet, use a chair for support or a wall. Otherwise, if you can do that, speed it up a little and push your hands forward. Push away. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5. If you want to make this harder, one hand up, one hand forwards. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Back into a march. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're going to do a double side step. Remember your feet. Don't bring them close together. The closest your feet want to be is hip distance apart. 1, 2. Swing those arms. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go again. Another set of 8, 7, 6. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. Right, into a hamstring curl with this one. We're going to gently curl the heel to bum, heel to bum, like so. When you do it, try not to let the knees come forwards. You're just flicking the heel back. And we're working on balance, strength, coordination. If that feels okay, add the arms. Right, let's do 2 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more time. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and march it off. So your heartbeat should be going a little bit quicker now. We're going to gently bring it down. Now it's important when you're exercising, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get more oxygen around the body. That's why your heart speeds up. So your heart speeds up. You never just want to stop. When your heart's working harder, never stop, because you get blood pooling. So basically all the blood just goes and it can make you feel faint and sick. So it's always good just to spend a couple of minutes afterwards calming down, getting your heart rate back down to a resting level, which is what we're going to do now. Okay, so just come a little bit wider, sit in your thighs. So don't massively bend your knees, just sit in your thighs, tense your buttock, hands on hips, and just support your body weight in your thighs and keep your core on. And let's hold that for 10, 9, big deep breath, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Let's work on our balance. Bring your feet to hip distance apart. Put one foot slightly forward. The back leg, soften the knee of the back leg so your body weight is evenly distributed all the way down the thigh into the foot. The front leg, raise the heel off the floor, keep your toe on, and hold it there. So we're working on balance. If that feels really easy, we're going to make it a bit harder. If this is enough, then stay with this. Now, you might want to have a chair or just something to support yourself. Just use a couple of fingers and just hold it. Lift the leg up and hold it there. Feel your body weight evenly going down that thigh. Big deep breath. Try not to arch the back. Keep your chest open. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's change legs. So soften, not bend. Gently soften. Feel your body weight going down that thigh. Other leg, heel off the floor. Try and stay straight, and then lift and hold. And just hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now keep the feet hip distance apart. We're going to go into a chest stretch. So whether it's that one or that one, whichever you prefer, let's do it. Pull those elbows in. Try not to arch the back so your spine stays neutral. And hold that for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, let's open up these ribs. So one arm straight. Reach for the ceiling. This hand, just gently slide it down your thigh. Don't overdo it. We're just feeling a slight pull here. Okay, one of the most overlooked muscles are the ribs and the muscles in between the ribs. The intercostals get really stiff, limits breathing, it limits posture. So we gently stretch back to center. Other arm up to the ceiling. This hand gently slides down the thigh. Let's just hold it. You just want to feel a light stretch, that's all. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stretch the muscles of the upper back and neck. Massive tree in front of you. Give it a cuddle. Bit of tree hugging. Squeeze the tree. Hug the tree. Now lower the head so we stretch the lower neck and hold it there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's good. Let's just take this time, take a few more deep breaths. Let's have 4 big deep breaths. So, in through the nose, out through the mouth. 1, 2, 2 more. 3, 1 more time. 4, good. We're going to finish 2 stretches for the lower body. Sit yourself back down in the chair. We're doing a light hamstring stretch. Poke that leg out and just gently lean forwards until you can feel a nice pull in the back of the leg. Okay, you want to feel it in the thigh. If you can feel it in the back, don't do it. So just a nice light stretch. Depending on how flexible, you're gonna be able to lean further forward than me probably. I've never been great for my hamstrings. And then gently switch sides, pop that leg out, and again, just gently slide down until you feel the pull here. If you're on a sofa, what you can do is you can twist around and put your leg up on the sofa and then take both hands towards your toes. Let's hold that for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll finish off with the bum. Very important. These muscles are massive muscles, and when they tighten up, they can cause so much havoc and back pain. So it's always good to give them a light stretch. So lean back for this one. Cross the ankle on the knee. Support it with one hand, and with the other hand, just pull it in towards your chest, and you should feel a pull here in the buttocks. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's swap sides. Leg up, support it, and give it a little pull, and we'll hold that for 15 seconds whilst breathing. Nice deep breaths for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that's it for today. Until I see you again, stay well and stay MolyFit.